Welcome, everybody, to this episode of Sunny Silver Linings. As always, my name is Todd Billier, and we are super excited to be joined by Ajay Kumar. Ajay is a CPA and has an MBA in finance from NYU. So, Ajay, welcome, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate that.
And, of course, your host. He's the president and founder of the SACC, Mr. Sunny Kaila.
Yeah, thank you, Todd. And Ajay, thank you so much for joining us today. I know you are always there for our SACC community, and you have supported this community from the beginning, from our inception. And we truly appreciate your time and always appreciate your advice and trust your advice. So today, thank you so much for joining. And we want to talk about what a small business owner should do, must do today to make sure not only they survive the storm, they thrive in this storm, the COVID-19 storm that all businesses are facing. So my question for you, Ajay, today is, if you were a business owner, what are the top 3 things that you will be doing today to make sure that you not only survive, but you thrive in this climate that we are going through right now?
Absolutely, Sunny. It's my pleasure to be here. So for a small business owner, the first thing you want to know that you are not alone. There are a lot of people like you who are going through the exact same situation that you are. And the silver lining is the government is giving a lot of benefits. So my recommendation as a small business owner, get to know your options. There are a lot of benefits under the CARES Act, under the local government act, under the state authorities. If you know your option, you can survive through this difficult situation. In this podcast, we want to talk about 3 things only. We want to talk about PPP, EIDL, and other benefits. See, the thing is, everybody knows about PPP, Paycheck Protection Program. Everybody knows about EIDL, and we'll give you more details about it. But there are other benefits under the CARES Act that a lot of people don't know about. So let's start. First, PPP, Paycheck Protection Program. The very first thing you need to know, if you have not applied it, you have till June 30th to apply for it. Please apply for PPP, and it doesn't take that much time. It takes less than half an hour. Even if you think you're not going to get it, you have nothing to lose to apply for it. The best part, this money is completely 100% forgivable. You have 6 months to use this money, and if you use this money for qualified expenses, and we can talk about it, say up to 60% has to be used for the payroll. The remaining 40% can be used for other expenses, utility, rent, mortgage interest, not principal. But if you do the right thing, you don't have to return this money. And how much more? And you have 6 months to use this money. It's a great program. It's free money. 2 caveats. First, the expenses that are covered under the PPP program are not tax deductible. Second thing, the forgiveness is not automatic. You have to apply for the forgiveness. There are applications 3508, 3508 easy, and we can have a separate podcast about it. But the point is, you have to apply for the forgiveness to get the forgiveness.
Yeah. So let's talk about PPP, because recently I have had some conversations with some of our SACC members, and few people they did not apply for PPP. And so I'm so glad that you mentioned this, and then also the date, June 30th. They still have time to apply for that PPP. So what I'm hearing is that if I were one of those owners, I will leave this podcast and I will start applying that PPP program right now. And yeah, is there anything else that you have, or any other advice that you have in terms of PPP? June 30th is just kind of 3 days away. So is there any other advice on PPP before we move into EIDL?
Absolutely. Let's let our viewers know that PPP does not have to be applied through their bank only. A lot of people were trying to apply through their bank and were having hard time. So especially Chase, Santander, Habib American Bank, there are several banks, big and small. their application process was so difficult, so a lot of small business owners got frustrated. So you can apply for PPP program through fintech companies, through third-party companies, for example, PayPal, Intuit, Cabbage.com. All these companies, fintech companies, financial technology companies, they are getting some commission out of your loan. So they have made their application process so easy, so smooth. It's very easy for you to apply. So if you are getting hard time, or if you are still not approved, you applied for it and you are not approved yet, and it's been several weeks, please go ahead, apply through Cabbage.com, Intuit.com, PayPal.com, anything that you choose. There are several of them.
Yeah, thank you for sharing those resources where their process is streamlined, it's efficient, it's easy to use. So thank you so much. So can you now talk about the EIDL program, which is, I know a lot of business owners that I talk to, they're not very clear. So there's no clarity on this program. And can you please share a little bit more around that program?
Absolutely. EIDL, Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, is meant for all small businesses. And the reason there is not so much clarity, not so many people talking about it, because it's a very, very flexible plan. There are no conditions around it. If you have a business, you have the right to apply for EIDL. You file your taxes, you did not file your taxes, you have the financials, you don't have the financials, you did not have the business last year, you started the business earlier this year, you still have the right to apply for EIDL. There are no financials needed, no tax return needed. We don't even need you to have a business last year. We still give you the EIDL loan. The caveat is the maximum you can qualify for is $150,000. The good thing, the silver lining, that some of this loan is forgivable. They say if you up to $10,000 of this loan is forgiving for you, you don't have to return it back. The remaining loan comes at 3.75% for 30 years.
And where do you go to apply for this this loan, EIDL?
So this EIDL loan is granted through SBA website directly. You can just type on Google SBA EIDL. The very first link you get is the application link. It should take you literally less than half an hour to apply for this program. You only need two numbers, revenue and the cost of goods sold. The best part is you don't have to have an IT company or a trucking company or a brokerage company, any sort of company, proprietorship, partnership, LLC, corporation, S corporation, any type of business, any type of industry will qualify for this loan.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Ajay, is there any other program that you want to share with our members other than PPP, other than EIDL? Is there anything else that they should be doing to survive and thrive today?
I'm glad you brought it up, Sunny. See, a lot of people are talking about PPP and EIDL only because people can get the money. There are several other benefits under the CARES Act that are not getting as much press. Say, for example, NOL, net operating losses. Under the new law, under the CARES Act, if you had net operating losses for 2019, 2018, or 2020, for these 3 years, you have the right to take them back 5 years. So if you had large profit in, let's say, 2016, 2017, and you paid a lot of taxes because you had a lot of profit, and you are suffering now because of Corona situation, you can take these losses to offset 100% of that income to take the tax credit, to take the tax refund. It's called NOL credit. The other benefit is employer tax deferral. So when we run the payroll for a company, 6.2% is paid by the employer for the Social Security and 6.2% is paid by the employee. So under this benefit, 6.2% of the employer side of the taxes can be deferred for 2 years. And it's not just for 1 month. You can defer these taxes till December 31st of 2020. And you have to pay 50% of it before the end of 2021. And the remaining 50% in 2 years before the end of 2022. That can save hundreds of thousands of dollars, especially for companies where you have high payroll. The best part you ask, even if you got the PPP, even if you got the EIDL, you still qualify for this benefit. Then, please.
Yeah, no, that's a great piece of information. I don't think a lot of businesses know, and there's some new information that I'm learning as well, even though I'm paying a lot of attention to everything out there. But thank you for sharing that. That's yeah. So right now, cash is king. Every penny counts. If there is something that you can create in terms of your cash reserves by deferring those tax payments that are allowed under this program. So all these things that you're sharing, they're helping these small businesses build their cash reserves so that they can save that money or have that money for the rainy days that might come, because there is so much unknown out there. Because right now, cash is king. Every penny counts. If there's something that a small business owner can use to build cash reserves for the rainy days by deferring some tax payments or other benefits that are available to small businesses, that is key, because cash is going to be king in this type of unknown environment. And majority of the business owners, they don't know how to plan in this type of weather. And because there's just so much unknown, situation is very dynamic. So is there anything else, Ajay, that you would like to share as your last thought?
There are several benefits under the CARES Act. Just one more thing that I want to add is employer retention credit. So if you can maintain the same number of employees, government is giving 50% up to a maximum of $5,000 as employer retention credit that you don't have to return back. The problem is, the caveat with this credit is you don't qualify for this credit if you have the PPP loan for business. So the reason it's important, if by any reason you forgot to get the PPP, you could not qualify to get the PPP, it's not the end of the world. You need to think about, you need to learn more about employer retention credit. That can be up to $5,000 per employees that you have on your payroll.
Okay, awesome. And I know a lot of our SACC members, they know you, but can you please share, if someone wants to reach out to you regarding PPP, EIDL, or other programs, they want some consultation, how can they reach out to you?
Absolutely, I'll be happy to help. Anybody who wants to reach out to us, we can share our phone number at the end of the at the end of the podcast. We can share our email addresses, and please mention SACC, and we'll be happy to have a free consultation for you. We'll be happy to point to you in the right direction. And if you want, we'll be happy to apply for these loans for you as well.
Okay, we truly appreciate your help and your support, Ajay, and thanks for being there for this community always and supporting all of our events and initiatives. Thank you so much. Todd, is there anything else that you would like to add?
I just want to say a quick thank you, AJ, for joining us this week. Sunny, thank you for hosting. And to our viewers, thank you for taking the time to watch this content. And we hope you'll come back and consume more of it. We're going to have AJ back on. We're going to dive deeper into some of the topics he touched on today. Until next time, stay safe.